All right, a protractor is a tool for measuring circles. Okay, you can see I kind of have like a half circle here, and if you look at, there's two scales on this. There's an outer scale and there's an inner scale, and these are for measuring angles. These are angle measures. Okay, from the center point, which is right there. This is the center point, or the vertice of any angle that you would start right here. Okay, from here to here is the diameter, right? So from here to here is the radius. Okay, so the diameter is the long line, radius is the short line, and we've talked about that in a previous video. Okay, so you may remember that there are 360 degrees in one full rotation of a circle. Okay, so if you see here, and I got it from left to right, I read the outer scale, and I'm going from 0 to 180 degrees on the outer scale. On the inner scale, starting at my center point, I would read from, so this is 0, this is 180, 80, but on my inner scale, I start here is 0, I go over this way, and it's 180. So it's all point of reference, but majorly it's right here. Okay, so that's one half of a circle. So if I go this way and I go 180 degrees that way, right, there's another 180 degrees from the center point of the circle, which didn't land for me. Okay, there's the center point of the circle. Then I have 180 plus 180 that way, we'll say 180 this way, right? And 180 plus 180 is 360 degrees. And then any point, 2 points on this line that passes through, any 2 points on the circumference that passes through the center point is my diameter, and any point from the center point, to here is a radius. Okay, so that is how to use protractor, at least the ins and outs of it. Okay, let's say I wanted to I made a circle like this, and I'm going to divide my circle. This is a piece of pizza. Okay, this is into pizzas. Okay, and I wanted to make, I don't know, 12 slices in this thing. Okay, well, I got to figure out how that would look, right? So how many degrees does each piece of pizza encompass of the circle? Well, I have 360 degrees, and each, well, I'm going to split that into 12 equal pieces, right? So 360 degrees divided by 12 is 30 degrees. 30 degrees, right? So here is my center point. My one slice would look like that. 30 plus 30 is 60, 90. We'll go with this 120, or the other 60, 30, 180. Let's flip it. Make everything match. Okay, and again, we have 30. I'm reading it backwards, but that's okay. 90, and then 30, 60, 90. Okay, so each one of these are equally distributed 30 degrees. Kind of smudging my circumference, but that's all right. And then one right here. That's pretty close. Okay, again at my center point. Each one of these measures is 30 degrees. Okay, well, what I just drew, these are all called central angles, right? Because it's an angle that whose vertex is on the center point of the circle. Okay, so when I have a central angle, I can say that this arc measure, okay, this is called an arc measure. Arc measure is, well, this was 1/12 of the 360 degrees, so 30 degrees. So this is 1/12 of the circumference. It's also 1/12 of the area for this arc and this sector. Okay, so all you need to do to figure out what the arc length is, I use my circumference equation. Circumference equals 2 pi times r, or pi times the diameter, and I'm going to multiply it by 1/12, or just divide it by 12. Either way that works. Okay, and then your area, you do the same thing. Area equals, so this is your arc length. Now this is your arc length. You can divide that by 12, you get the same thing. Okay, now your area is pi r squared. So you just figure out that is and divide it by 12, or multiply it by 1/12, same thing. Okay, you can also say that, hey, what is 1/12? 1/12 is that many percentage, right? So multiply it by 100, it's that many percentage, 8.3333, 8 1/3%, right? But we like to do fractions because it's more precise, because if I rounded that, I'd be off a little bit. Okay, so we'll say that this radius here, it's 3 inches. It's 3 inches. Okay, so the area is going to be pi r squared divided by 12, right? Radius squared times pi divided by 12. That's the area of that sector. Okay, and the circumference is 2 times pi times the radius equals, and then divide that by 12, and that's how much the arc length of that is. It's like 1.57. So if I look at this and I'm like, okay, well, there's 1 over inches, yeah, inches 1, and I kind of roll it, it ends up being about 1.57 inches. Okay, so that is everything in sectors and areas. It's pretty straightforward and easy.